unorthodox, doesn't think about the money as much as just having a good time, messing with people at the table. We know he's a big gambler. He's a businessman in Vegas.
What is going on, Vince?
Oh, I can't believe it. Bryan picking up aces again.
Faraz has been the victim of Bryan's aces all 3 times.
He's got ace-jack, and he's called. Flop is a queen 10-4, 2 diamonds.
6.
It's time Bryan says, okay, forget the checking. I'll just keep swinging away. 600, been called. Going to the turn, it's a 5 of diamonds.
Faraz with the ace of diamonds, nut flush blocker, and a gut shot to the king. So he'll want to continue on this turn. It's really a matter of calling versus raising. And he elects to call.
Faraz is stuck here tonight, too, so he didn't get aggressive, and he doesn't get there either.
Well, should Bryan bet here, Faraz would again have a tempting check-raise bluff blocking all of the nut hands. But Bryan may elect to check back. Yes, he does, so a nice check from Bryan there. Gets as much money as his aces were worth on the flop and turn.
Looks like I won.
I did a double check for a second. I was like,
Does that count for something?
I like it. Action.
So nice hand from both players there.
Bryan 3 times in a row winning with aces. However, not big pots, so...
Maybe the 4th time's the charm.
Oh, 1,001.
It's 221 to 1. Those are the true odds.
Back on Bryan. He's got the Motown hand, Jackson 5s. And he goes out. Shane also out. Faraz with queen 9 of clubs. Makes it 700 to go. 7s for Johnny. Making the call. Justin with 6s. Flopping. King, Jack 10, 2 hearts.
Faraz flopping a straight. Checks. Now, both of his opponents, no real connection to this board, but I spoke too soon as Justin turned bottom set. Crafty check from Faraz on the turn. I imagine with the intention to check raise.
$4,200.
There he goes. And Justin likely concerned at this point. Not many worse hands can be check raising for value, so Faraz is either bluffing or he already has the best hand. And now with the 3 of hearts on the river, Justin is going to struggle to find many hands he beats once Faraz fires out a bet here.
Oh yeah, he's gonna fire. 7,000.
Sorry, guys. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Just curious what you get behind me. All right, perfect. Thank you. I have a really good hand.
I know it looks like he has a huge hand with 3 of a kind, but at this point he loses to the straights, he loses to all the flushes, and it's just super tough to find a hand that Faraz was bluffing with on the turn that is not completed by the river.
I'm embarrassed to show if I fold too. All right, fold, fold.
Way to put the pieces together.
5-5?
What's that?
5-5 for a good fold?
Find out. Not soon, I guess.
I did not think I was gonna fold. Anytime you wanna see my hand, all you have to do is ask. I'm not a jerk like some people. No one specific. No one specific. Doesn't matter.
You still a little salty?
Yeah, obviously. No, I've gotten over it. I'm way more concerned about racing to 250 and c-betting for $125 right now.
Action going to Justin. He makes it 300.
Bryan claimed he was on tilt, and now showing that he means it, calls the 4-2 offsuit. Shane with the nice squeeze 3-bet here of 1,400 with 9-8 suited. We haven't seen that much pre-flop aggression out of Shane tonight, so he has an excellent image to work these kind of squeeze plays in. Gets 1 call from Justin.
Flop is a Jack 10-7.
My goodness.
Yeah.
overkill on this flop for Shane. Flops a straight with the open-ended straight flush draw. And also a hand that unblocks all of the pairs and overcards that Justin could potentially have. So I like this bet from Shane instead of trying to play it slow or cute. But with 6 high, there really isn't anything Justin can do.
I believe I'm going to fold. It's not what you want to see.
Oh my God.
Ace King diamonds?
Way better.
Oh my gosh. Don't tell me 8-9.
Jacks.
Bang. Ask and you shall receive, Justin.
How's that 5-9 hit you?
Well, there was plenty of boards where you both connect.
It's pretty frustrating sometimes. You got that big hand and you get nothing for it.
I like the bet from Shane there. It just so happened that Justin had 2 undercards.
It just so happened he didn't make much of the hand.
I almost got
Johnny now going up to 300 with Jack 8 of clubs. Bryan makes the call with 4-3. Bryan has reached the stage of the evening where he just wants to see some flops. So we've seen him call 4-3 offsuit and 4-2 offsuit, I think. All kinds of junky hands. Johnny will take his chances with top pair backdoor flush draw here, and Bryan holding a gut shot, and his own baby backdoor flush draw will raise.
Called by Johnny.
Deuce on the turn. Card that Johnny can feel very good about. Bryan has seemingly taken the gloves off and is now fighting for every pot. Looks like he's gonna have to fire a 3rd barrel if he wants to earn it, or hit a 5. A 3 may slow down this action as Bryan now picks up a pair. Looks like he wants to turn his hand into a bluff, and I don't particularly care for it.
I don't think I want a hand against you today.
Just can't get behind that one, Vince, but Bryan out there fighting for pots, credit to him.
Yes, but this is a guy that walks around with a paper bag of $500,000.
There are other players you can win from.
Yeah, he's gonna have to reach in that bag in a minute. He keeps this up.
No vendettas.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
We're a world removed from like having masseuses at the table and like getting a massage at the poker table.
That's the thing I missed the most.
It's so funny. Sometimes you see players and they get the massage person, and not for 10 minutes, not for 20, but for 3 hours. And they seem to always be winning them when they get the massage. They're folding all the time, their heads down. And Shane makes it 300. People are going out. Bryan, garbage bag Bryan, making the call.
Oh, I like that nickname. Garbage Bag Bryan. No, I love that nickname. Garbage Bag Bryan.
Okay, that's it. That's it.
Now Bryan here flops 2 pair.
Shane with top pair, making the bet. Bryan makes the call.
Bryan turns a full house. Shane with top pair and a queen kicker does find the check on the turn. Nice discipline. And a queen on the river will give him top 2 and also miss every discernible draw on the flop. So I gotta think that once Bryan bets, Shane won't think too long before making this call. Yeah, it's instant. Well, garbage bag gets paid off there. I'm running with it, Vince.
Well, yeah,
it's a thing now.
And he does it with a trash hand. Now, I like eating, you know, but I don't like eating at the poker table. And I always seem to be losing when I'm eating, and it almost makes you want to choke on a chicken bone. How about yourself? Do you order a lot of food, Tony?
No.
Only by necessity.
I'm not going to say it again. You know who he is.
Oh, garbage bag with the aces. It never ends for this guy.
That's the 4th time he's had aces here tonight.
The funny thing is, if you heard your nickname was Garbage Bag, you'd think it was an insult, and instead we're like, how awesome is it that he carries around $500,000 in a garbage bag? That's so cool, we gotta give him a name.
He's got bragging rights.
Well, Bryan here bets into the second pair of Shane.
Shane here with 7s and 6s.
Nice check from Garbage Bag there over to Shane. Slowing down on this card that completes the flop flush draw. This is the first time that Bryan's aces have been drawn out. He's done a good job of controlling the pot size here and not getting himself in too deep. 3 of spades on the river does not improve Bryan's aces.
Check.
And Shane misses a bet on this river.
2 pair.
Nice hand.
Thank you.
Back and forth.
Back and forth. That's how the rest of the night went. I'd be happy.
I had a bad feeling about that one, I think.
There's a lot out there.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you had a 5 there on the river.
As you can see, Justin Young out in front with some chips. The only person stuck at this point is Faraz Jaka.
Man, that's a dirty feeling. You're the only loser in the game. Everybody's just passing your money around.
You're gonna call Faraz Jaka a loser?
For the moment.
Okay.
He's a life winner, but a this evening loser.
And we move on. We got 300 from Johnny. And Bryan's gonna make this call with ace-4, so we're gonna see the flop 10-5-4. So Bryan getting his 4s.
This guy coming for you. Of course he's gonna call.
Bryan making the bet, getting called 10 on the turn, so Johnny's still in front, but Garbage Bag continues the bet. And been called.
Yep.
River card ace-7. So Bryan gives up.
Damn it. Bryan pipped by the 6s there.
Got my number, man.
You actually did beat me out of a pot. You had an ace and hit an ace on the river, remember? I paid you like $2,000 I have.
Oh, did you?
I thought you were bringing up an $800 pot. You're like, dude, check down, you hit an ace on the river.
You're up like 20 G's. I'm up. I remember that one hand I won was $100. That's the only one I remember. I have a short-term memory. Did I really win a hand against you for 2,000?
I had pocket kings, remember?
Oh, yeah. That hurt. That one hurt.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Garbage Bag Bryan has been in every pot, it seems like. Loves the action.
Faraz going up to 600.
Here he goes again. He's got 10s this time. He is gonna move it up to 1,600. Faraz with the ace-jack making the call. Good pot. Flop is a king-4.
Well, I'd like to see Bryan bet there. Your range is a huge advantage, and your pair wants some protection.
Oh.
And a consequence will be Faraz turning a jack and essentially locking up this pot now. And this is not the time to bet. This is a very poor decision to bet this turn after checking the flop. You really can't get value from worse hands. You can't get better hands to fold.
Yeah, he positioned himself with the raise before the flop properly and then checks it, and he got himself into trouble, and he's got to keep doing the wrong thing here.
This just doesn't make any sense. You're never gonna get a jack to fold. I think that Bryan's just kind of swinging.
And now he realizes, uh-oh.
You got a jack.
Just got to bet the flop. Maybe I would have gotten him out, maybe not.
Nice hand for us.
Let's start taking money from the other people instead of just giving it to
I
them.
know, all you and I do is just,
We've been trading for the most part, yeah.
And then every once in a while we play a big ass spot.
Yeah.
Faraz needs a comeback, though. He's the man that's stuck.
I have the button. I should 3-bet this, especially for us. It makes it 250.
All right.
Faraz raising it up.
Does not change my 3-betting range.
I think Justin would almost always call this hand, but he announced before
You guys have fun.
there was cards dealt that he was gonna 3-bet, so he 3-bet him.
I'm just saying. I mean, I know we're back heads up again, but
I love the banter, you know? I'm gonna talk so much about you when I go back there. I can't wait. Yeah? All right.
He's out here gambling as we go to this flop. And Jack 9-5 rainbow.
800.
That's a baby bet.
Yeah, I'm a baby man.
3,200.
Oh, I fold in.
He is tired of just calling and waiting for cards. He shows the bluff.
Damn it. I actually have that beat.
Yeah, these guys are having fun. Credit to them, Bryan and Justin. They really enjoy each other's company.
What do you got there?
Fighting
What do you
these
got there?
pots.
Two sixes. Two black sixes, if it helps.
I need to pick me up.
That's your word.
I was gonna lose.
Justin keeping a good attitude, even though he just got snapped on that last hand. Bad things can happen to great players. And we got a couple calls after Justin has raised. Let's go with the flop, a big ace, king, 8. Justin with aces.
Bryan with the gut shot and a backdoor flush draw has some potential outs here. We'll continue for 500.
It only gets better for Justin, 3 of a kind here.
Now that may allow Bryan to escape here. And he does get away.
I feel like the mood got a little more somber after I lost that pot, guys. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's all right, guys. I feel like you guys are more upset than I am. I mean, no one's happy that Faraz has all the money right now.
I think that's what it is.
Believe me, no one's happy about that.
It's a little dangerous, yeah.
We haven't been talking about you at all.
That's why I left. Figured. Need to vent a little bit.
But you wish I had more money?
We said we were going to figure out how much you were up, and we're going to do a flip at the end of the night to get one of us up $1 more.
Just for that watch.
Well, that's right. The winner, the one that wins the most at the cash game here tonight, will go home with the Hublot watch, the Baccarat crystal, and of course, get to keep the cash winnings. And now Justin with a pair of queens. He's starting to heat up after his big loss.
And Bryan is starting to spin out, just calling everything he can get his hands on.
And a flop of an ace, king, 7, 2 diamonds. Bryan doesn't care, doesn't catch, but he's gonna bet.
I think Justin will take one off here, and yes, he does. Knows that Bryan has a very wide range of hands to call pre-flop, even though these 2 overcards on the board aren't what Justin wants to see.
2 aces, and Bryan garbage bag continuing to bet. You gotta respect it.
Well, now it gets more tenuous for Justin.
If I only have a real hand.
It's gonna work out.
Nice.
Well, I'm surprised he would pass up an opportunity to show his cards. And a bluff that he got through against Justin.
Broke up your streak.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
Get some gummy bears in here, too.
Johnny and Justin both folding.
Thank you.
Actually, you know what? I'll take one.
No rush of a Twizzler.
I'm gonna drink my water out of using this as a straw.
And now Bryan Ercolano with just a 9-5, gonna call.
Got a call? Okay.
Did you say anything?
No.
Okay.
But know that I tried to bet 1,000.
Faraz Jaka with a 9-7, checks it.
Got a mouthful of Twizzlers, so he didn't say anything.
I was feeling strong with my Twizzler over here.
2 players, here's the flop. 8, 6, 3.
Faraz here with an open ender up against Bryan's gut shot to the 7, so these 2 are sharing outs.
Bryan has bet this to 500.
Nice Twizzler. It's very fresh. Soft.
Faraz over the top.
Oh.
And Bryan with not much hand. wants to continue in position, so we will see a turn. And that will complete Faraz's straight. However, it puts a third diamond on the board.
Bryan likes poker, of course, but he says he likes blackjack. He just won a lot of money and put it in a garbage bag to get out of there. So he is a high roller, and then we officially nicknamed him Garbage Bag Bryan.
Well, Garbage Bag Bryan using a garbage hand here to try and bluff Faraz. He has no outs going to the river. All he can hope for is a chop with a 7.
Well, he's trying to pretend like he caught this flush with a hefty raise. Faraz doesn't believe him, makes this call. We are going down the river.
And the Jack of Hearts on the river won't change anything about the board's texture. We've seen Bryan do this a few times where he tries to represent a flush on a 3 flush board, but typically when you make these type of bluffs, you want at least 1 diamond in your hand.
Hold on.
He's gone all in, what a bet!
How much is it?
11 and some change.
13 is closer.
13,350 all in. Wow, Bryan pulling the trigger here.
You want me to call? Well, I tell you every time. And then you listen. Maybe I'll listen. You gonna show me if I throw it away at least?
I'm smiling right now.
I can tell. You gonna let me pick one?
Faraz is in a difficult situation here. However, he is up on the night, so he could call and still be up if he loses this pot. And he's seen Bryan put in a lot of money on the river without good hands a few times tonight, and that may all add up to a call in Faraz's mind.
It's a good call.
Good start.
You're good, man. I got nothing.
That's a great sound. You don't even need to see the cards to know you've won.
Devastating for Bryan.
I'll rebuy for another 30.
And he's coming back in to rebuy.
Actually, I'll do 40.
There you go.
He upped it. He was like 30, reaches into the garbage bag. Nah, make it 40.
This is chump change.
Felt like you had a flush to me. I mean,
I played it right, but he made a good call.
Feels like the right time to say pokercoaching.com.
I didn't want to say it.
I got pokercoaching.com.
He got poker coached.
Yeah, if I was on pokercoaching.com, I wouldn't have done that.
I don't know. I don't think it was a bad play. You almost got me to lay it down.
Bryan is ready to gamble. He's starting to go into the tilt fields here a little bit. He started out strong, and things are just going the other way.
I'm not nearly. I mean, being
I know you are.
Faraz Jaka picking up ace-queen. He likes that. Makes it 300 to go. Johnny Vibes coming over the top, making it 1,000.
1,000.
Bryan gonna call. Juicy game here.
Oh boy. Here we go. We got cold calls of 3 bets with 6-4 suited. 2 players with ace-queen.
Flop, it's an 8-7-6. So Bryan hitting 6 is gonna check.
Yeah, Bryan outflops a pair of ace-queens. 7 of diamonds on the turn. If Bryan is going to make this cold call pre-flop, I think betting the turn would be reasonable. You don't really want 2 opponents to see a free river card with all those overcard possibilities. However, this one plays out safely for Bryan, and he will take the pot.
Woo! Finally winning a hand.
got me for 1,000 there.
That's right. Come back. I always win money after I buy back in. It's a curse.
Me too. I busted and finally made it.
I also find that to be very true.
We should just start showing up to the table and shoving until we bust.
Let me get these others.
I need to find someone I can beat. Then I'll happily give some of the money to you.
And things have gone south for Justin. He's down around 40,000 at this moment after a pretty hot start. Folds.
Bryan here makes a call. Shane with ace-7 will make it 400.
Now Faraz starting to get in on the action whenever possible when Bryan's in the pot. Calls 5-3 suited out of the small blind against the raise from Shane. Bryan overcalls Jack 4 diamonds, and we have a King Jack 8 all spade flop. None of our players holding a spade.
They all go check. Another spade on the turn.
Bryan with 2 pair.
6.
Is betting for value here, but betting a hand that can't really get called by much worse.
I want you to call.
Faraz check raises him.
2,000. God, man. We switched.
Bryan shuffling his cards. Body language already communicates that he's gonna fold. Now just agonizing.
Bam.
Pokercoaching.com.
Pokercoaching.com.
Ooh, played me.
Boom, bluff in your face.
Well done. What session video is that?
That feels like not a beginner video.
That's a raise and tray video. That's the name of that one.
It's easy to do that when you have, $100,000 behind you.
I'm used to tournaments. I feel like I'm chip leader.
For Faraz, making Bryan squirm here tonight. Here's Johnny with a pair of 5s, and he'll raise to 300.
Yeah.
Justin out. Bryan's woken up with an ace-10 of diamonds. Makes it 800.
Johnny more than happy to call with his 5s in position. And even happier to find a 5 on the flop.
9-5 deuce. And you got Bryan betting. Oh, paradise.
Now the question now for Johnny is, do I call or raise? And he looks to want to fast play his hand, raises it up to 5,000.
Yeah, decides to torture him now. Don't do it to yourself. Uh-oh.
Bryan has gone fishing at this point.
7, he's lucky he didn't hit a 10 or an ace. Now Bryan slows down and checks. Oh, nice solid bet. 10,000. Poor Bryan, who should go back to the gym after this one. All right, he's gonna let that go. Johnny's gonna show one of the 5s.
No set, no bet.
Bryan taking it on the chin here tonight, but everybody has chips. We're coming back on the World Poker Tour.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
Around the horn to Justin, who calls it, and Bryan says, let's see the flop. King, queen, deuce. Bryan flopping kings, Justin getting queens. Justin bets 200, Bryan calling. Another king on the turn. Bryan now making 3 of a kind. Gonna bet 400.
This could be a tricky spot for Justin to get away. Bryan's been pretty bluffy tonight. Justin does have 2 pair.
5 on the river. Justin slows down with a check. Bryan's gonna put in a $1,400 bet.
And he may end up calling this river. He's got a queen and his kicker plays. Yes, he will. Bryan gonna get paid off here with his trip kings.
It's also
Justin, thus far, has ended up paying off a lot of Bryan's river bets, kind of making a lot of second-best hands against him.
could fold one of them. Nice.
Not much he can do considering how often Bryan is bluffing.
Action on Johnnie Moreno, also known as Johnny Vibes. He'll go away. Justin with sevens makes it 300 to go. Bryan auto calls. Shane is going to fold. Faraz also calling with ace-6 of hearts. 3 players in this spot. Flop of a deuce-deuce jack.
Everyone checks. Queen of Hearts on the turn will bring a heart flush draw for both Faraz and Bryan.
Faraz, that's 800.
Fold.
Justin is going to fold.
And Bryan had better hope he doesn't hit that heart, because if he makes one of his big river shoves, Faraz will be more than happy to call him off this time.
It is a heart.
Oh, baby. Oh, and Faraz with the crafty check.
Bryan bet 3,000, thinking he's in front.
Go big, Faraz. Go big or go home. That's my guy.
Call.
Snap called.
You got my note. Yeah. Nice hand. I had a flush too.
Well played hand from Faraz Jaka.
I think if Bryan is not stuck around 50,000, he could actually make this laydown. I mean, Faraz is not going to come back and raise 8 at that point with a pair out there and hearts without a winner.
Yeah, but does Bryan really seem like the guy who's going to hero fold a 2-card flush to you?
No,
Vince?
no, I'm saying,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
If I were 7 feet tall, I could have played in the NBA, but we're kind of talking fantasies at this point.
It just goes to show you how your emotions can take over, and you can be a good player and play very bad. Get a little unlucky, and then you just tilt off, and you just lose all perspective in poker.
Yeah, and I think we've seen a little of that from Justin tonight. I regard Justin as a very good poker player, but tonight he has unraveled and had some hands I know he would like to take back.
Okay, King 10-5 on this one. Justin, open-ended. Going to the turn, it's an ace of hearts, so now Justin with the nuts. Broadway.
I don't love this check. Shane has played so passively. Justin is fortunate to catch him with a hand that actually wants to bet, but for the most part, I think when you have a hand against Shane, you're probably better off doing the betting yourself. But a check raise from Justin will extract the maximum from Shane, who can't really fold here with a pair and a flush draw. So he'll call.
Down to the river we go. It's a 3 of diamonds. Justin looking great with the nuts.
35.
Fold.
Shane makes the good lay down right there. So Justin Young on the comeback trail.
Well, we are back, and we only have a few hands left in our session tonight. Faraz Jaka, looking like the man most likely to take home that Baccarat crystal set, as well as a Hublot watch. Johnnie Moreno, also in the black for 32,000. Justin, Bryan, and Shane down money tonight, though Justin is starting to form a comeback.
So Bryan calls, Shane calls. Faraz is going to raise. Bryan with the 10-7, of course he's going to call. Shane takes a break. So 10-8 versus 10-7. Here we go. It is an 8-6 deuce. Faraz hitting 8s. Bet of 600 by Faraz. Bryan with an inside straight draw. Called by Bryan. 4 of spades on the turn here.
Now that will give Bryan additional outs to the 5 as well as the 9. Of course, a diamond of either of those cards would be a lot of trouble.
So 1,400, Bryan will invest deeper down to the river. Wow, 5 hits. He's got a straight.
Bryan does make his straight. Faraz will shut it down. Don't go all in.
All in.
Oh boy.
You sick.
I mean, if I can see it coming, I promise Faraz can, and he's not gonna call. Have you ever, in your life, Vince, seen someone go all in on the river and then stand up from the table and be bluffing?
Most of the time, they're solid.
Faraz is gonna agonize over this because there are missed diamonds, missed spades. Bryan just gets to the river really wide, but
I might let you get away with this one.
thus far, Faraz has found the fold on the river when Bryan does these big over-pot shoves.
You want me to pay you off? Let me at least see the smile. Joker, indeed. Doesn't give a damn. Ah. God damn. I thought I was gonna throw it away, but kind of want to call now.
Faraz is up a lot of money.
Being able to afford it certainly plays into the decision-making. I think if Faraz was even or down, he's not really considering this call. But when he's up a ton, it's a little tempting to try and make this hero call against the guy you know is splashing around too much.
And he's gonna make this call.
Finally got ya. Ha!
Faraz with his first misstep of the evening.
You've been killing me all night. At least let me end on a semi-cool note. I can be a loser, but at least I feel better one time.
Good bet.
Thank you.
Goldfish has to eat sometimes, you know?
That's sad. It's been fun. It's been fun, guys.
Otherwise, you find him floating face up in the tank.
It has been a fun night.
Now you want to keep playing. You're on the upswing.
I feel alive.
Bryan, so proud of himself to finally get one over on Faraz.
I got a call.
Should probably be booking this one. A lot can happen.
Like I said, I always appreciate the action, you know?
And a king hits on the flop, king 10-6. Are things gonna turn around for Bryan? He checks it.
Well, not a board where Faraz should get into too much trouble here. He does have a backdoor spade draw, so some outs to the nuts.
Bet and call 400. 3 of spades on the turn.
All right, then. Faraz does find the ace-high flush draw on the turn.
$1,500.
I'm nervous. Feels like you want revenge. The last laugh.
With his top pair.
But I'm not scared.
He's in front. He's gonna call.
What are you doing over there, man? Pokercoaching.com.
You're gonna find out soon.
Here we go, looking for a spade or an ace.
5 of spades, Tony.
Oh, absolute money card here. Faraz making the nut flush. Bryan, 2 pair.
Oh, God. I'm all in.
Look at this. Bryan just open shoves into him for 4 times the size of the pot. I don't believe it. And Faraz.
Call.
Sorry. Do you have a flush?
Yeah.
God damn it. I didn't even notice. I just instant did. I got 2 pair.
Yikes.
Good hand.
Rough river.
Got the last laugh.
Faraz, definitely gonna be our biggest winner for the night. Gonna take home that Hublot and the Baccarat crystal glasses. He can already taste the champagne.
It's brutal.
Yeah, that was so brutal. Right at the end.
Yeah.
Fun game tonight, Vince, and Faraz probably had the most fun of anyone. He is the big winner this evening, pulling in the most profit, as well as the Hublot watch and the Baccarat glasses.
That's right, and Tony, because everything tastes better in Baccarat, let's raise a glass and congratulate our big winner tonight, Faraz Jaka!
Very well played, Faraz.